episode of Over the Top Rope. It's your boy, JB, Mr. Steal Your Dibs himself. And on the other side, my boy, the tantalizing one, Tony Levin. What's happening, man?
What's up, my boy? The one and only, the one and only. He ain't no Tony.
That's right.
He's over in his crib. The only Mr. Steal Your Dibs.
That's right. That's right. One and only. Me. Yes, indeed. Well, let's get right into it, my brother.
Before you do get right into it, I want to say this.
Go ahead.
I'm excited about wrestling this week. So for the first time since we've been doing the shows, I watched all of Raw, all of NXT, all of Smackdown. Wait for it.
I'm waiting.
And the entire AEW show.
Did you watch Impact?
Huh?
Did you watch Impact?
No.
Because we're going to talk about Impact too. We talk about all 5 shows from SmackDown to Raw to NXT, AEW, and Impact. We talk about all 5 shows today. But we're going to start off with SmackDown. We saw, once again, Roman and Jey Uso in a Samoan street fight tag match, which to me was very entertaining, a very fun match to watch. And then flipping the script from the previous week to where Jey gets the tag and gets the pin, and Roman, playing it off like, yeah, but he was all upset. Are we going to see Roman attack Jey Uso come next week before Clash of Champions?
Listen, they tell the story very good. It's a shock how good it's been.
Yeah.
For Jey Uso to be in a singles feud where it's working. So I like the back and forth. I love Roman's character, how he can flip it on and off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy. If you think about it, it's a little like Alexa Bliss with the Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Because Roman hasn't been attacked by the Fiend, but they have had some interactions with the title.
Yeah.
It's like he's a different person now. It's crazy. But I think next week Roman will one up him. I think this is when you see the breakdown where Roman gives him the kibosh.
I think so too. I think Roman playing along with this, but Roman's going to let him know who the big dog is and who the big dog of the family is. But put that aside, I love the fact that we finally get to see an Uso brother in singles competition. We talked about it, you and I. Can Jey or even Jimmy hold their own in singles competition? And we really haven't seen that yet from Jey. We saw it in the Fatal 4 match. He looked good. And we've seen him still in the tag team match. I hope come next Friday, they let Jey go up against Baron Corbin or Sheamus to give us a preview of what we might see and what we can expect at Clash of the Champions when he takes on Roman Reigns.
Yo, this is going to be good.
Oh, I think so. Like we said before, we hope Roman lets Jey get most of the offensive maneuvering moves done in the match to put him over, so to speak, even though we know he's not going to win, but to make him look good. And maybe Jey gets a single run down the line for Intercontinental belt, maybe something like that, because he's going to get his shot for the Universal Championship now, knowing he's not going to win, but still, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, of course we know, it's not going to, there's no way the title changes hands. There's no, unless Roman Reigns breaks his leg during a match. And they'll probably just stop the match. There's no way. But it's exciting to see.
Very.
Because this is, to me, I think what's going to happen is, I think they're doing this to bring them 3 together. I would love to see them in a faction, man.
Look, they brought them together for a short time called the Bloodline.
Right.
And I would love for them, just like you, to be together, all under Paul Heyman.
Of course.
All three. Roman with Universal belt, the Usos with the Smackdown Tag Championship belts. That would be perfect.
Bro.
Perfect.
They could feud with New Day when all three of them get back together.
Yeah.
That's how you push Biggie to the singles title.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Hey, what if let's say those three with Paul Heyman together, and then out of nowhere, and this is just me just thinking, okay, because I don't think it's gonna happen no time soon. But what if Jacob Fatu was to come and he then joined the Bloodline also?
You know what
family also.
That'd be great to see, bro. But I don't know. Honestly, I would love if he could stay healthy, even though he's not related to them. I would love to see Samoa Joe with them, man.
Yeah, that'll be nice too.
As like a Samoan dynasty kind of thing. But of course, the family thing works better. But I'm excited about that match, man. I can't wait for that match.
I can't wait either. I can't wait for that match either.
I'm glad to see Roman back. And yes. I'm glad that Roman is this persona because it works for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm loving heel Roman. I'm loving heel Roman 100%. Even his promos sound better with him as a heel.
Right. You're right about that.
Loving heel Roman. Okay, we saw a matchup between AJ Styles and Sami Zayn with AJ Styles getting the victory. Then Jeff Hardy come out and attacks both and gets on the mic and lays down a challenge for Clash of Champions for a triple threat match. But this isn't your ordinary triple threat match. It's a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. And that match is a ladder match. I'm going to start this off. We all knew that a triple threat match was coming once we saw Sami Zayn come back. You have Sami Zayn as the Intercontinental Champion, and then he took off after Mania because of COVID. He was gone. They crowned a new Intercontinental Champion, AJ Styles. He lost the match to Jeff Hardy. AJ protesting about how he lost the match. Sami comes back with his belt, and there's chaos all around. So now we have a triple threat match that we knew was going to happen. But I did not see a ladder match happening. I didn't see it. I can see Jeff Hardy doing a ladder match. He's, still flat on the top rope. I can see AJ doing a ladder match, even though he's in his 40s also. Sami Zayn, I wouldn't expect it, but he was in that ladder match at WrestleMania 32. So with that even being said, I don't think we're going to get the greatest ladder match of all time. But with three guys that know how to deliver in the ring, that know how to put on a show, I think we're going to get a great ladder match. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a great ladder match. I think that Sami Zayn should cut his hair. I like Sami Zayn, but he looks crazy. But what I really want to see is I want to see both titles up there. I want to see both Intercontinental titles up there. Like Shawn Michaels and Razor.
Shawn and Razor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want both titles up there. So when Jeff Hardy wins, he can take them both.
Oh man, you gave your prediction already, man. Oh, come on, what's wrong with you, man?
That still could change because some might go on,
True.
But I'm Jeff Hardy, but it could go with AJ too, but but I just think that I think he'll put on a good show.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta realize the youngest person in the ring is probably Sami Zayn.
It's Sami, definitely, yes.
Which is crazy. So it's gonna be a good match. So far, Clash of Champions, the show looks good.
Yeah.
Roman versus Jay is good. The IC match is good. So far, 2 strong title matches.
That's right. That is correct, my friend. back to this matchup. I mean, when we look at storylines right now, especially on the SmackDown side, man, I gotta give it an 8. I mean, to insert Sami Zayn into this storyline with AJ and Jeff, it seemed magical to me. Like, whoa, when Sammy came out. Oh man, you put Sammy in this match with these guys? Come on, man. The Roman and Jay thing. Like, man, who thought of that? And then how they work in the storyline, and man, just unbelievable. But with that being said, in regards to storylines, still the best storyline going today is definitely Sasha and Bayley. And we saw Sasha on SmackDown at the Performance Center in a neck brace, sitting down telling her story that Bayley isn't anything without her, and which is the truth, because Bayley has held on to that SmackDown Women's title due to Sasha. Sasha won matches in the tag team championship matches, so kind of much true. But I didn't think Bayley was at the Performance Center also. And once again, Bayley puts down another beatdown on Sasha Banks, leaving her lying mercifully in the middle of the floor. I'm going to start this off again. I think I said it last time when Sasha got attacked, and now Sasha got attacked again. I really believe that we might not see Sasha for maybe a couple months, maybe not to the Rumble. She might be off of TV. They just gonna build this back up once she returns. I mean, you in a neck brace. You got beat down. You got a hurt knee from the tag match against Shayna and Nia Jax. And your neck got hurt, and you're getting attacked again. I just don't see Sasha on TV for a little while. I don't think we'll see Sasha even interfere at Clash of Champions. But in my mind, if they play this right, okay, we're in September. You keep Sasha off of TV for 3 months. Come January, Royal Rumble, Sasha pops back up, wins it, and immediately announces, "I'm challenging you, Bayley, for that SmackDown Women's Championship," because she said it. She said it in the promo Friday night. "I'm gonna take away the most important thing in your life. That's the SmackDown Women's Championship." Go ahead, my friend.
So we talk about this every week because Sasha and Bayley are money.
Yes.
And I love the old school interview. It reminded me of the Triple H Shawn Michaels interview back in the day.
Yeah.
When they were going for the world title against the world title together. And that's when Shawn came back, where he's like, "I can't wrestle, but I can fight," and he comes back. But I have to always throw my old school things in. I love that Sasha was not apologetic. She was like, she still was a bitch. Like, you need me. You need me, Bayley. You're not. She still had her edge to her.
Yes.
But you still felt sorry for her too. And then when Bayley came, and I hate to use my words so much today, but gave it a kiboshi. She gave it a kiboshi, bro. I like that she beat the crap out of her, because it does two things for Sasha and for the fans. First thing it does is it makes us wonder if Sasha going to be on TV in the next couple of weeks, because she's now re-injured.
Right.
So they could go either way with this. They could draw it out,
Yep.
And the other point I was going to make is that now you truly feel sorry for Sasha.
Yeah.
Because this is Bayley beating her up with no retaliation. She can't fight back. Can't defend herself.
Yep.
So, yeah. Back button. She can't defend herself. I'm telling you, bro. If they've been, it seems like, I think that someone must be watching our shows, bro, or giving information, because this is the stuff we have been calling for months now.
Yeah.
Since we started the show, These are everything we talked about. Roman coming back as a heel. You know, not to mention my perfect predictions. Sorry. True story. We talked about Sasha and Bailey and when the new mega powers were gonna explode. Everything that we've talked about has come to fruition, as if they're listening to this show. So let me just make a quick little proclamation. Hey Vince, if you're still not shit, show us the money. Thanks.
You ain't never lying. I want a piece of that paycheck. Stealing our content. But
You can give me half the paycheck. Shit.
I'll take it. But with that being said, you know, for everybody that said they felt bad for Sasha, Bailey and Sasha are doing their job. They're doing their job. They're supposed to make you feel that. That's part of being a wrestling fan. You know, you're supposed to feel this for somebody. You know, when Triple H attacked Shawn Michaels years ago and did what he did, you felt bad for Shawn Michaels. When Hulk Hogan took that semi truck and hit the ambulance with the Rock inside of it, man, like, oh man, Rock done. We ain't gonna see Rock at WrestleMania. You know, you felt bad, you know, because of what the future might bring. And now you're seeing Sasha get beat down by Bailey like that. And like you said, she can't defend herself. You feel bad for Sasha. But we will get this matchup between Sasha and Bailey. We don't know when. But trust me, Bailey is not going to lose that belt no time soon until she match up with Sasha.
If they do it right, like we said, you wait till WrestleMania.
Yes.
But on the way, you got to build up more. You got to build up Bailey stronger. You have to have Bailey wipe out the entire women's roster.
And Bailey got to keep continuing to mention Sasha's name while Sasha is out, like John Cena did for The Rock for that whole year.
That's how you do it. That's how you tell a story.
Yeah.
You keep Sasha, you keep Bailey strong that whole time. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you have her beat everybody. Charlotte comes back, have her beat Charlotte. Like have Bailey go down to NXT for a show and give Io Shirai a beat down. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to pin her, but you just beat her up. Just to throw her weight around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Huh?
I said I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, then little by little, Sasha comes back. You maybe even have a match at Survivor Series or whatever the December pay-per-view is, and have Bailey cheat to beat her. You know?
Yeah.
Like, Sasha had it once, she gets beat. Oh, hey Sasha, you want a shot at me? Only way you get a shot is if you win the Rumble, Sasha. You have to win the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
You goad her, you make her, you know? Oh my God. Bro. And then Sasha wins the Rumble. And then California, baby.
Here we come, LA.
Oh,
man.
I'm excited, bro. So everybody watching, everybody's always on Mr. Steve's case about Sasha. Is Jared okay because of Sasha? He gonna be just fine.
Tell him again, please.
He's okay.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's go to Monday Night Raw. So we saw that Drew McIntyre was going to face Keith Lee. And then we saw them get into a big old brawl when McIntyre said he only interfered because Keith Lee got RKO'd. We saw Keith Lee take offense to that and telling Drew, you know, the only time you didn't interfere, I beat Randy. And Keith told Drew that I think you're afraid that I might take this belt from you. And when Keith was going to touch the belt, Drew hit his hand 3 times and they started fighting. Then we get to the matchup and here comes Retribution. Retribution comes, they attack him. The Hurt Business come out, which we'll get into in the next topic. And they come out and fight Retribution, and Keith Lee and Drew dive over the top rope, take out everybody. But here's my question. With all that being done, why, once again, another Raw match for Keith Lee gets interrupted? He does not have a win at all on Monday Night Raw. The triple threat match did not get interfered. He didn't get pinned, so he really didn't lose. But every other singles match that he's had on Raw, it's gotten interrupted. Why? Why can't it be Keith Lee has a match and he wins a match? Or why can't it be Keith Lee has a match and he gets attacked and win by DQ? Why? Why has every one of his single matches on Monday Night Raw get interrupted? I don't get it.
It's one of my worries. Well, we also talked about this.
Yeah.
Is once Keith Lee came up, what they're going to do with him and how they're going to deal with his character. So you got a double-edged sword when it comes to Keith Lee, because he is in the main event picture.
Let me cut you off right quick. One second. Frank just said that Keith Lee does have a victory on Raw against Dolph. That is correct. He does have a victory against Dolph Ziggler. That is correct. One victory. All right, go ahead.
Thanks, Frank. Yo, Frank, don't interrupt me with your question ever again. Thanks. So, I think that they're still trying to figure out exactly where Keith lies on the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
So if you notice, if you really been watching Keith Lee, we had the wardrobe malfunction the first week.
That's right.
Then he changed to that other outfit. Now he's to a different thing where it's the singlet. You know, they're trying to find they're still tweaking Keith Lee's character. So I think that's why, in Vince's mind, they're not sure what they're going to do exactly with him yet. So let's try this. Now we can't have this guy lose. Let's try this. So I think they're just trying to frustrate us too as a fan. Say, okay, you bring this guy up, and this guy's in every goddamn disqualification and no contest, whatever. So, but it also makes him look. That doesn't make him look weak.
True.
But maybe it adds to his frustration, and we see a Keith Lee heel turn. Because I think that's where Vince is going to go with him. I think Vince, from day one, wanted this guy to be a heel. And I think that's where they're going to. If you notice, he's a little more arrogant, And of course, he's got that, oh, Mr. McIntyre, you know better than anyone that I don't back down to. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good.
Yeah, but that's great, man. That's great.
So, at Clash Champion, So the point is, I think they're still trying to get his footing underneath him, and I think they're throwing him curveballs with the wardrobe, with the storylines, to see what his mindset is. You know what I mean?
As you saw this past Monday night, the shirt is gone. Now he got suspenders now. Like, they keep changing his wardrobe up left and right. They don't know what to do with his upper body. Just leave him without the shirt.
My thing is this. He looks, to be a big dude, it depends on what kind of big dude you are. He's the kind of big dude should go shirtless.
I agree.
Because a tight shirt makes you, here's a perfect, listen, I don't do something. If you notice, all my videos is from the chest up because I'm broad-shouldered. I got a nice upper body. But, down below, I ain't gonna lie, I'm fat. So I always make sure everything's this way. So right now I got on a 5X, okay? A 5X. And this shit's tight as shit.
Yeah.
My 23's out a little bit. But my chest and everything and my traps, I still got a little, look, you see right there, I ain't no joke.
Right.
So that's why, so certain clothes I don't wear them because it don't look right. See, I won't wear this outside. I won't wear this on camera because it's tight up top. So maybe look muscular. They need to do that with Keith Lee. They need to put on him what looks best. And to me, that tight shit don't work.
Yes, indeed. Trohan is saying they doing that with Keith Lee because he might be part of Retribution. And then he says, Mia Yim, we'll get into that a little later, and Dominic Dijakovic, are probably part of Retribution. I don't know, man. I don't know, Tro. I don't know. My mind's still kind of not certain about Keith Lee being a part of Retribution. I'm
But
not.
Troy
Go ahead.
has a point.
He does. He does.
I'm gonna tell you why too. Because we know for a fact, we might know, I don't know if you were talking about it earlier, but Mia Yim is definitely in Retribution.
Oh, definitely. Mia Yim.
That's definitely
Yeah.
her.
Uh-huh.
So, and you haven't seen her on TV.
Have not.
Have you seen Djokovic on TV?
Not at all, but I know that's his goddamn voice.
So those two are definitely Retribution.
Uh-huh.
Who's this girl?
I think Mercedes Martinez.
Maybe, but
I think she's the other girl.
who's Keith Lee's girl? Mia Yim, right?
Oh, Keith Lee girl. Mia Yim, correct, yes.
Who's his best dude? Who's his best friend there?
Djokovic.
So it would fit the pattern. They could be doing it to throw us off. But that goes back to what I said, to intertwine to what Tro said. Vince wants to turn him heel. His two best people in Retribution.
Might be the case.
Could
Might
be
be the case. Speaking of Retribution, like you said, you think Djokovic in it. I think so too. I think Mia Yim, you think so too. I think Mercedes Martinez.
I love her.
I also think Dio Madden is part of the group also.
I agree with that too. But I love Mercedes
Martinez, yeah, definitely.
To me, she's 2020 China.
Definitely.
I love her. I think she's if they do it right, she's the next. She's the big star coming up. I think she could be great.
I think so too. They do her right, even if they do Mia Yim right, they could be two good stars, next stars, potentially. But with that being said, with the Retribution, we saw the Hurt Business go up to Adam Pearce and sit there and say, you need some protection, this and that, blah 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 blah. We can take care of the Hurt Business, and then you saw the Hurt Business walk out and fight all 18 members of Retribution that was at ringside. That was a lot of them. Are we about to see a feud start up between the Hurt Business and Retribution, maybe happening at Survivor Series?
It could happen if they reveal that, if Retribution reveals itself.
They got to do that first. Got to, yes.
And I like that they got a bad faction defending people. I think that was what a twist and turn that is.
Correct.
What a good time for Cedric Alexander to get into. Because don't four. Now, what I say about a faction of four? Don't four look better than three?
Yes.
Told you.
Most definitely. Most
and
definitely.
He fits.
Yes.
He fits perfect.
I think so. I'm wondering, they've done an interview, or a promo, I should say, a promo. It's been like 5, 6, 7 people. And then we see them hit the ring. They might be 6 one day. Then you got over 10 one day. I'm wondering, once they reveal themselves, will it be a certain number? And will it just stay there? Or will they have all these people still part of Retribution once they reveal themselves?
Yeah, I think if I'm a betting man, which I am, I would bet they're going to have maybe 5 to 6 major members.
Mm-hmm.
And then have people they outsource that are like smaller players that can come in and give the beat down sometimes. Like, I think the main guys would be
like Dark Order in AEW?
Yeah, like that. Mm-hmm. You got your main stable and you got your little minions. You know what I mean?
I got you.
It's sort of like the corporate ministry. You knew that the Undertaker and Kane and Shamrock were the big dogs.
Yeah.
Then you have Boss Man and Viscera and Midian. You know what I mean? You had the smaller dude, the people that weren't mid card guys. So
right.
I mean, you gotta realize what looks good on paper too. During the Survivor Series match, 4 or 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree, man. And just like we talk about Sasha and Bayley being like the biggest storyline, the Hurt Business is right behind them, man, with MVP and what he has done. And even with MVP having his own faction, think about what he's done for Ricochet getting more TV time, and Apollo Crews and Mustafa Ali coming back and getting TV time. You know, I mean, I don't know if he has a hand in all of that, but he definitely has had a say. You got to give MVP a lot of credit. Like we said before, MVP is not back in the WWE for himself. He's looking out for others also.
Yeah, he's definitely shown that his time away from WWE, he came back more mature, more focused, and he's definitely giving back to the business.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he's making his money and making a name for himself again.
Yeah.
Because this is like an attitude era faction. They're good.
They're good, yes.
I like it. I like MVP as a mouthpiece.
Me too.
I even like when he was in commentary. I was like, oh no. Bobby Lashley's the CEO. I'm just here to. I'm the mouth. He said I'm the mouthpiece. He said it.
Yeah.
I'm the talker. And if so be it, if I gotta lay the beat down on somebody, that's what I'll do too. But I like it. I think this could be a big thing for Cedric, and I think this could be big for Shelton, where Shelton could really shine, and even somewhere down the line, I see Shelton turning down the line, just so you know.
You see Shelton turning? I see within about maybe a year, this faction is still strong. And some type of way they're building Cedric up in this group. I see Cedric turning on them.
Nah, see, I disagree. I think they'll keep. I think that the turn is. I think you got Cedric and Shelton who still got animosity towards each other.
True.
So I think that Shelton will turn on him and give him a boost because Shelton deserves a run.
I agree.
So I think they do it that way. But either way, it's good for business right now because you got 4 strong black dudes in a main storyline who also bring up supporting cast of Ricochet, another minority in Mustafa Ali, and Apollo Crews. So you got 7 people of color right now who are in main storylines, which is great for people in this times of what's going on in the world. So I don't give Vince credit, but I give him credit on this one, regardless if he's doing it just for, optics or he really gives a shit. Whatever the case is, the Hurt Business is good for business.
And I'm going to piggyback off this. The reason why I say Cedric, you got Bobby, you got Shelton, and you got MVP, all over 40 years old.
Right.
Cedric is the young guy. And I think that's why he'll be the one to turn. He being the young guy. And them putting him over even more later on. That's how I feel about it.
That's a good point, though. I can't disagree with you because, he's definitely younger and he's definitely talented. If Cedric was a couple inches taller, he'd definitely be main event. You know what I mean?
I agree.
A small guy, agree. So Vince sees him as a smaller guy.
As a cruiserweight, correct. Now let's shock everybody because we about to talk about Impact Wrestling. Yeah, my boy Trohan said "whoa" earlier, like whoa when I announced it. We get into Tuesday Night Impact Wrestling, and the first one is really a question because I never saw this. Impact supposed to be this other major organization in comparison to, AEW and WWE. But I never saw this. So to get into the storyline, Moose was backstage months ago walking around and found the old TNA World Championship and just grabbed the belt and called himself the TNA World Champion / Wrestling God. Never won the belt. And goes on the show and even defends the belt. But the commentators still say he's not a champion. Well, EC3 has returned to Impact Wrestling, and he stole that belt from Moose. Okay, good. Storyline's nice. Good deal. But what I saw the other night, I never saw this, okay? Moose made a phone call to AEW's own Chris Jericho. Now, he really did not call Chris Jericho. We know that. But he made the phone call. He's on the phone. Hey, demo guy, what's happening? This Moose. How you been? How you been? Man, it's good to hear from you. Look, man, I got a question for you. You remember when your AEW belt got stolen? Well, my TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt has been stolen also. And I'm looking for advice on what to do. Oh, really? Okay. Well, demo God, I thank you. I now know what to do. Thank you. Click. And I sat there and said, why was that done? Chris Jericho is in AEW. This is Impact Wrestling. Why would they do that? I'm kind of lost on that. Because you wouldn't see AEW call somebody from WWE looking for advice on how to get a belt back. You wouldn't see that at all. Help me out. Help me out. Use the guy that wrestled. You help me out on this question.
Yeah, Jared. Let's talk. Okay, I'm gonna voice this for everybody in MVS right now. You and this Impact shit, I could care less. Okay. I pulled up on my page here because I got my tablet in front of me. I said, let me check out the Impact results. Check it out. I looked at it for 2 seconds and I almost threw up. I'd rather watch backyard wrestling in my underwear with a firecracker up my ass. I don't know what they're doing. I think it's kind of, I think it's kind of cute or cool to act like you call another promotion. I don't know if they're going to get any kind of trouble for that. I mean, I don't think, there's no copyright here. But to me, you making people turn to another channel. You making
That's what I'm saying. AEW. Yeah. Right.
That's
and
kind of
a they can't compete with them, but still.
Like, hey, Jericho, hey, let me talk to Jericho. It's like, people that are Impact fans might go give AEW a try. Because there's some people that only watch one thing. They don't watch other, a lot
organizations, correct.
Do not watch New Japan,
Right.
I think it's a bad move. I think it's whoever thought of that storyline is a dummy. What else can I say? I don't watch Impact.
Bro, I was lost. Like, I never saw that. I mean,
it don't make
I would
sense.
understand if Moose was with AEW and was a champion and the belt got stolen and Jericho was still there. I'll understand that, but not another organization. That blew my mind.
Listen, I don't know.
We just gonna stay dumbfounded on that one. But moving on to one. Go ahead.
I'm gonna stay dumbfounded on the whole product.
Well, let me ask you about this piece of the product for the Impact World Title. Eric Young versus Rich Swann. They were with WWE. Eric Young was with Impact before. Do you think this has potential to be a great matchup between these two guys? They both are skillful wrestlers in the ring. What do you think?
Anytime you get two good wrestlers in the ring that complement each other, you have a good match. So I think it'll be a great match. Just that, would Eric Young be WWE champion? Would he be AEW champion? It's not a big money match. And Rich Swann still trying to build his name back up after all the problems he had. So correct. I think the match will be good, but I think no one's gonna give a shit. Which is sad because you got two good wrestlers in a shitty promotion.
Right. I watched Slammiversary and I was impressed with Slammiversary. I thought it was a good show. I think we saw this coming from Slammiversary when Rich Swann eliminated Eric Young from the Fatal 5-Way Championship match, and then Eric Young brutally attacked Rich Swann and had him out of action for a little while. So I think we all saw this coming. But they fight at Bound for Glory in October, and I'm just gonna say it now. Eric Young is not going to lose that belt to Rich Swann. He's going to maintain as champion. So, yep, that's it for our stories on Impact Wrestling. Moving on to AEW. All right, because I did say we're getting to AEW. And we saw another signing in Will Hobbs. We saw Miro sign last week. And I'm going to start it off. I'm now starting to wonder to myself, are they signing too many people? Because we've talked about it, we mentioned it. They have signed, all these people, and still all these people are not getting on TV. We said FTR got on TV immediately, and you said what you had to say about it because they're one of the best tag teams in the world. You had to put them on TV immediately, which I understand. But I mean, I'm looking at it like WWE, and even before they did the split again, have all these superstars just backstage not getting TV time. And I'm waiting for the day where all these superstars don't get the TV time, and then that starts causing a rift in AEW. Now we've heard talks of AEW trying to get another show during the week. We'll see what happens when that happens. But for right now, you got one show where you got all these people signed and not getting TV time. And if that stays the case, they're gonna get mad. I mean, that's why EC3 he left. Went back and left again because he wasn't getting TV time. Just to speak of him. What do you think about that?
I think that Tony Khan must have a plan to sign these guys. Maybe there's another show coming. Maybe they don't expand in 2 hours to 3. I think maybe when the pandemic ends, is what they're planning for. There's going to be house shows.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's just trying to test the waters to see what's going to work. I don't have a problem with him signing this Hobbs guy. I think it's good. Of course, Miro coming in is a great acquisition.
Right.
And you got to realize when you see these guys getting signed like Miro, Hobbs, what it does is it makes the other talent say, yo, we got to step our game up because now we got more guys coming in. We need TV time too. So listen, man, you got to fight to get over yourself.
Hey, let me ask you this question. In regards to these guys signing these other stars, could it be Tony Khan doesn't mind dishing out the money to sign these stars in order to get people that's watching for right now NXT to hop over and watch AEW? And I'm saying the ones that watch NXT or the ones that even watch WWE who were fans of Miro and Zack Ryder, just to come over, they over there, I'm gonna watch that show. Could that be a plan?
It's definitely in the back of his mind. Let me tell you what I really think Tony Khan's doing. I think Tony Khan says to himself, I have more money than Vince.
Mm-hmm.
I've got no board of directors. I'm the boss.
Yeah.
He wanted to try to keep these guys away from us. So I have more money. I'll do it to him. There's guys. You got to realize something. Triple H and his team, they do their scouting. They go all over the country looking for new people, new wrestlers and everything. So I'm pretty sure Tony Khan, with the Young Bucks and Cody, have talked about this.
Yeah.
We have to have a scout there too. You got to realize you got Arn Anderson working for you, who knows the inside, workings of the WWE offices, as well as Jim Ross.
That's right.
You got Jim Ross and Arn Anderson. No, they were in talent relations. They were,
Dean Malenko also.
Huh?
Dean Malenko.
Right. Oh, Malenko, he's right.
Yeah.
So there you go. I think that they're really trying to stick to Vince and NXT. The ratings show it, but we also know that the ratings.
Yeah, that's fake. I mean, because there are guys going to sit there and say, "I'm gonna watch AEW and I'll watch NXT on the network tomorrow or later on tonight."
Oh, I got a breaking thing just now.
What you got?
Mania Club just texted me. They want me to judge the main event at we want to judge the main event of Clash of Champions, the promo battle. So I'm replying, but I think Tony Khan is in this for the long haul. So I think when you're a billionaire, he's gonna lose his money.
No,
he's in his own arena.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Jason says AEW Dark. Yeah, yeah, AEW Dark. But are we all going on YouTube to watch AEW Dark? That's the question. I understand that's a show they do before the night before AEW Dynamite, but I mean, everybody not gonna be on AEW Dark also. So Tony, you still there?
I'm here,
Yeah, you
buddy.
there. You good. All right, cool. All right. Let's get into our last topic of the day, and that is about NXT. Now, on NXT, we saw Io Shirai. We saw Timothy Thatcher, Damian Priest, Kushida, Austin Theory. We saw Breezango. We saw Imperium. We saw Tommaso Ciampa for like 15 seconds. We didn't see Finn. We didn't see Adam Cole. We didn't see Johnny Gargano. We really didn't see any of the big names of NXT. And I'm going to start it off. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. They all was in a big match last week for an hour, or 2 weeks ago for an hour. Okay, got a day off, another day off. Cool. But we got to see the future in action. Damian Priest and Timothy Thatcher. Great match. Great match. Shotzi Blackheart against Io Shirai. Hey, Shotzi Blackheart is the future for the women's division, maybe. We saw Katie Catanzaro and Casey Carter in a match. It looks like they're trying to build them up for the women's tag team championships one day, maybe. Kushida, a guy I love since he was in New Japan Pro Wrestling, going off. I love that we got the chance to see all of NXT's future and current mid-carders in action. And I think they did a hell of a job. I don't expect no less from NXT, but the people that we usually don't see on TV for NXT, they did a hell of a job with that show, and I got to give them 100% credit. Great show on the job of NXT.
Listen, I was so glad that we talked about NXT today because I had I took notes and I was checking. I really watched the show like in depth because NXT is we're watching NXT. These guys are going to be future WWE stars.
Yeah.
But I want to say this, and I'm glad that you didn't steal my thunder on this.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I want to mention it now so you guys remember when I said this. Mark the date down. The next future champion for WWE on the women's side, Kaden Carter, bro. Kaden Carter is a hybrid of Sasha Banks and Ember Moon.
Mm-hmm.
To me, they changed her look a little bit, cut her hair down a little bit. I like her. I like everything about it. I like her size, I like her body style. I like that she's little. She got like a Bailey body. She ain't rock hard, but she's strong. Got a little baby fat. I like everything about it. I think that she's gonna be perfect for the women's roster in WWE. I watched that match. A good goddamn match.
Yeah. I remember her coming down to New Orleans wrestling at a Wildcat show, and her name then was Lola Lane. Lola Lane, and man, she took who she faced. She's with Wow, Bobby Hayden, I believe is her name. Bobby Hayden with Women of Wrestling. They wrestled each other at Wildcat, and I was heavily impressed with Lola Lane. And then like a month later, she was signed with WWE. And you've heard me before talk about when they brought her on and they just had her jobbing the people. And I'm like, I know her turn is gonna come. Triple H has given everybody a chance to shine in NXT, no matter who it is. No matter who it is. Except ACH with what he did, but that's another story. But yeah, Caden Carter, I can see it happening, not soon. When I say soon, like 3-4 months, a little bit longer down the line. Because I still say when they have that number one contender match, Battle Royal for the women, I still say what's my girl name? Johnny Gargano wife.
Oh yeah. Candice.
Yeah. Candice Gargano is going to win that, and then go on to win the women's NXT championship. But like we always say, if WWE and NXT play their cards right, and they can build up Caden Carter, they got a special person on their hands. A special person, man. She can really do her thing in the ring. Yes.
She can go.
Yes, totally.
I'm telling you, I never really watched her until that tag. That was a good tag match, bro.
Yeah.
It was entertaining, and I really think that she's gonna do it. I'm telling you, she's the future, man. I just see it.
I can see it too. Man. I just hope it happens.
And I'm calling dibs on her right now.
Well, you're part of Steal Your Dibs Enterprises, so go right ahead, my brother. We all good with that. We all good with that. You heard that, James Blanton? Go suck a lemon, you duck. Anyway, hey, what about, like we said, her tag team partner, Katie Catanzaro? She's gotten better too.
Yeah, they both were great.
Yeah,
the whole match was great.
Yes.
I think all of them did good. I'm telling you, they work with the women well. And who else impressed me was Shotzi Blackheart.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I say she a future too. Also, yes,
she impressed
me. Very, very, very.
It's hot. The women's side is hot.
It's hot. It's hot. I just wish AEW had women that could even step up. They don't.
Yeah.
That's why they brought in Thunder Rosa. They need some help over there in AEW women's division. Hopefully. Before we go, so out of SmackDown, Raw, and NXT, who do you think had the best show this week?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because the Raw show was good.
Yeah.
The NXT show was good.
Yeah.
Even with Drake Maverick and Killian Dane. That was a good storyline. Breezango beating the Imperium again.
That was a great match.
Then you got smacked. Wow, that's tough. Woo! You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say I'll go with NXT 1, SmackDown 2, Raw 3.
Okay. I'm going to say this. Before I give my vote. We've criticized the storylines on Raw and SmackDown. We've done that. But, man, since they made the change, the storylines for Raw and SmackDown have been so much better. It's making it more interesting to watch it now. Like, what's going to happen? And you finish like, okay, come on next week. We got to see what's going to happen. I'm gonna say this. I've had SmackDown at the best show every week, but this week not SmackDown. Excuse me. I've had NXT as the best show every week, but this past week I got to do SmackDown number 1, then NXT, then Raw.
Really?
Yeah. I got to this week. Definitely. Hey, speaking of Otis, look at that storyline. Mandy's gone. Miz and Morrison trying to get his Money in the Bank contract. Otis attacks them this week, and then they got a lawsuit, and even a lawsuit saying he got to give them the Money in the Bank contract. I mean, man.
Yo, did you see how he talked to Tucky? Tucky, we're in trouble. He goes, no, you're in trouble.
Do you think they're about to break up Heavy Machinery soon?
I think. Well, I don't. This is the thing. Without Mandy, unless they move him to Raw, which is what they might be doing.
The thing is, though, he can cash in on anybody. It ain't gotta be the Universal Championship. He can cash in on Drew McIntyre come Sunday.
Yo,
Ooh, that might happen. That might happen.
that would be
gone.
yo.
Mandy's on Raw.
It would be cool if Mandy came and interfered if she came out to interfere, and then he kept. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I didn't think about that just now. Manny's on Raw. Lawsuit. He might wait till Clash of Champions and cash in on Drew McIntyre or Randy.
I think that's a better. I don't think he has a chance to cash in on Roman. It's Roman.
No.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He got to cash in on Raw.
Perfect. And he's back with his peach. My peach. Yes, indeed. Well, that is it for Over the Top Rope.
Two program notes.
What you got?
So everybody knows my YouTube channel. I stopped doing stuff because I wasn't sure what I was doing, and now I finally have a format. So these things intertwine. My podcast, Wrestling with Tantilizing, will be on my YouTube channel.
There we go.
So every Sunday, starting today, my podcast will be up on Spotify. I will always put a link in MVS page and everywhere else.
There you go.
I'm trying to get for late tonight because I'm not done recording yet, but I will be. And as I'm recording the podcast, it will be on video as well. So that's what I'm doing right now, just to build my following, my followership, my subscribers, whatever the case may be. So
Cool deal. There we go. We're gonna talk about doing another pay-per-view prediction show. Me and Tony. We'll post that on the MVS page and the Over the Top Rope page when we talk about it.
As well as the watch party.
As well as the watch party. That's correct. As well as the watch party. So, but until then, Dibs, the Tantalizing one. 11.
Peace.